Hi everyone, Idle here. This is a low-end guide on Arknight's SSS Dossoles Commercial Plate for the Secret Medal. If you're a new player who wants to start getting the mats ASAP after unlocking SSS, or if you're an intermediate player who just wants a consistent strat to beat SSS with, this guide is for you. So first and foremost, for the directional ease unit, we just want chargeable supervisory speaker, the one on the left. This basically does everything we'd want. It adds consistency to our strategy, as well as lets us provide an attack boost to our operators. After that, for the tactical equipment configuration, we just want A on everything except on medic, which is on B. We're not really stacking the A equipment for medic, so we just want B for consistency. For the plan on the left, if you're a new player, you probably want the free plan. The free plan makes it so that your operators are chosen at random when you have to do reinforcements. However, the randomness actually doesn't matter for you because most of your operators aren't really going to be raised anyway, right? Plus, the free plan also lets you gain possible access to the Rhodes Island elite operators that you sometimes see in integrated strategies. These are operators such as Tulip, Storm Eye, Sharp, pretty much those guys. However, if you're an intermediate doctor, you probably want to go with the preferred plan instead because that one does actually prioritize the operators that you have raised. This doesn't really matter too much though, this decision, because we're basically starting with an already complete team. This doesn't actually affect the outcome of what we're trying to do too much because we're already starting with a complete team that already does everything that we'd want for the strategy. And this is how the team is going to look. I'm going to clear the selection so that I can go over it one by one. First and foremost, we want Goldenglow.
Doctor, are you sure I should be the captain?
Yes, I am. Next, we want 5 specific vanguards, which are Fang, Yato, Plume, Vanilla, and Courier.
Yato has joined the team.
Make sure
leave the scouting to me.
One. After this, we want 3 specific snipers and 2 specific casters. For the snipers, we want Rangers, Adnachiel, and Cruz. For the casters, we want Durin and Steward.
Where's the rally point?
For medic, the one we want is Ansel. Where's Ansel? Ansel. If you have Hibiscus raised instead of Ansel, Hibiscus is fine. It doesn't really matter too much. However, between the two, Ansel is better.
Ready whenever.
After this, we want Beagle, specifically Beagle, or any defender will do. Generally speaking, like any low-end defender, I mean, Spot can work, Cardigan can work, but Beagle generally fits best. So, Beagle.
I'll do all I can.
After this, we want to fill the rest of the roster with supporters. So you just go sort by supporters, sort by deployment cost, and you just want to pick the cheapest ones that you have in your roster. Plus Orchid, of course. So Orchid, and I'm picking the cheapest ones I have in my roster. So Fonor, CE, this. I have cheaper ones, obviously, but I'm choosing the ones that aren't raised or don't have any levels on them because, well, just to prove a point that the supporters that you're actually picking don't actually need to be raised. We're not picking them based on their ability to do damage or their utility. Rather, we're just picking them solely because they're supporters that have cheap deployment costs. If you have Fonor, I'm pretty sure they gave Fonor out during Absolved will be the Seekers. Which was a few months ago. If you got her from there, that's great. If you somehow have access to U official, if you're a new player, you probably don't. If you're an intermediate player, you probably do. U official is also a great pick to bring.
Yato has joined the team.
And this is how the team is going to look. So, first and foremost, the point of the strat is that you want to build, or rather, we want to build Goldenglow as fast as possible. We just want to turbo her out with 5 of her equipment ready and waiting. Goldenglow alone will be sufficient DPS to get us through every map on normal difficulty. Ideally, you want to be borrowing Goldenglow from support, yeah, so she's maxed out with skill tree, mastery tree, full leveled mod, elite to level 90 of course. We just want her to be as strong as possible so that we can guarantee that she actually takes us to the very end. If you want a friend that has what I just said, you should probably ask in the Arknights Reddit if you don't have one already, or you can also ask in the various Arknights Discord, such as Arknights Official, the Game Press one, stuff like that. Also, yeah, this strategy also gets around the biggest problems that people have with SSS. Sometimes they just don't find the units that they actually need. However, this strategy gets around that problem because we basically don't have to deal with the RNG at all. By spamming supporters, we're basically brute forcing our way to a win by making it so that we find every unit in our team. Think of it this way, SSS is basically a card game. Something like Yu-Gi-Oh, right? All of our supporters, they're basically pots of greed that draw through our deck. And what we want to do is we basically want to guarantee that we find our fusion material, the 3 snipers and the 2 casters, so that we can actually build our boss monster, which is the 5-headed dragon that is Goldenglow with full equipment. That's pretty much the gist of it in Yu-Gi-Oh terms. The supporters are here to draw, the snipers and casters are the equipment that we will be using for Goldenglow, and the vanguards are here just so that we have the DP generation so that we can actually pay for all the deploying that we are going to do. Ansel is here to do medic things, and Beagle is here just as a general blocker after we've finished building Goldenglow. And that's pretty much it for the overall team composition. In terms of where you could upgrade, of course, you can just have better vanguards in general. If you have Texas from the pinboard missions, you can use Texas over one of the vanguards. If you have a strong DPS unit, specifically a sniper or a caster, let's say if you have Logos, you can replace Steward with Logos. If you have Wisadel, you can replace Adnachiel with Wisadel. You only really need to replace one though, because having too many strong units can actually backfire, because then the team starts to get too expensive and you won't actually have enough DP to deploy everyone on time. So if you have a strong unit of your own, replace one and only one, which is what I recommend anyway. If you have Gnosis too, or Gnosis or Suzerain, the supporter units that are actually good DPS units in their own right, you can also just replace one of the supporters. Also, you might be wondering why Rangers instead of like Terra Research Commission or Justice Knight. Well, they're generally better than Adnachiel and Rangers for the purpose of what we're going to do. Yeah, I just can't guarantee that you have either of them. However, if you do have either of them or both of them, use them over Rangers and Adnachiel. And that's pretty much it. Or also, one more way that you can upgrade is on Beagle. Beagle is generally what we're going to put on top of the Vanguard stack that we're going to make. However, if you have a strong ground unit such as, let's just say, Degenbreaker, which is the hot thing off the block, you can use Degenbreaker over instead of Beagle. You can also use Iron, Gavial the Invincible, pretty much any ground unit that you can think of. Mudrock, Penance, Eunectus, even Blimshine, yeah. Whatever. It doesn't really matter which, but you can basically replace any strong ground DPS with Beagle. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then let's head on over to the first stage. Also, I forgot to mention, you might be wondering why the specific ratio of 3 sniper and 2 caster. This is because, like, on solo Goldenglow comps, the uptime of her skill actually does matter a fair amount. So I like having 2 casters with Goldenglow, and the 3 snipers are there because they're obviously very, very great with Goldenglow and how she works as a unit. So now that's done, let's actually head on over to the first stage. Okay, so this is the first stage, right? This is the easiest stage, I mean, obviously. However, this will also take me the longest because this is where I'll actually explain the play pattern for what we're trying to do here in this low-end guide. So, I'm taking my time to explain because you won't actually be able to follow my actions one-to-one. And this is because of the RNG that SSS has. You won't get this exact opening hand for starters. What you get will actually be different. So for this phase of the operation, the pre-operation adjustment, you just want to make sure that you're starting with either 0 or 1 vanguards. Either 0 or 1 is fine. If that happens to you, you basically just don't do anything and you just click start. However, if you do have a more than 1 vanguard in your opening hand, you just basically make sure that you only have 1 vanguard. That's pretty much it, really. Now, since we don't have any vanguards, I just click start as mentioned. And now basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw until I find a vanguard on my
Thanks.
deck. So I didn't find a vanguard, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Hope I found a vanguard. Can now wait until the vanguard is deployable. Okay, so the reason why we want to start with 0 or 1 vanguards is because deploying 1 vanguard allows us to do this.
Forwards!
Every
Your orders.
time we deploy a vanguard, we get another vanguard from our deck. Basically, this means that we're drawing vanguards for free. This is because of the directional EC unit that we chose earlier. That's just basically how it works, essentially, now. And we want to draw our vanguards through this way instead of through the assign operator thing. We want to draw our vanguards for free instead of paying for them. So the first thing you're going to do at the start of every stage is deploy every vanguard.
In position.
Okay, so I deployed every vanguard. I deployed 3 vanguards right now, right? Like I had Courier, I had Vanilla, I have Fang. I have Yato on hand, and I have Plume remaining. When this happens to you and the last vanguards are ones that don't generate DP, you can basically just stop there. You can leave it at Fang or something like that. And I'm going to do this because I have 1 more vanguard remaining in my deck, right? I'm going to deploy Yato and retreat her. And this is just so I can draw Plume out of my deck. Just so she doesn't actually dilute my draws, like, essentially. After we've done this whole thing with vanguards, what you want to do next is to build your actual Goldenglow tower. And what you want to do it on this spot for this map, just so that Goldenglow will eventually be able to cover the lane. You then basically just want to prioritize deploying your snipers and casters on 1 spot until you can actually get a full stack of equipment for Goldenglow. So that's what we're going to do right now.
Got it.
Thrust.
Freeze!
Once you run out of equipment on your hand, you want to draw until you get your next equipment, then deploy that equipment, and basically rinse and repeat until you have a full stack for Goldenglow.
Got it.
We're still missing 2, or 1 rather. Yep.
And
this is full stacks.
Now's the time to help everyone out.
And we've basically achieved our primary objective of building a full stack Goldenglow. Now are the steps that come after that. Again, the steps are first deploy vanguards, then focus on building your Goldenglow, deploy supporters as needed if you need to draw. If you don't have the piece in your hand. That's pretty much it. Now we want to focus on the next steps.
Follow me.
First, you want to use this on your Goldenglow, this thing. This basically gives an attack boost to Goldenglow, a plus 40 if you use it with 20 DP. That's the half boost. However, we want to use this when we have 40 DP so that we actually get the full boost, which is plus 80 attack, or plus 80% attack rather. So we're going to wait for that. Just waiting.
Everyone, follow me!
Now we're going to use this.
Can
And now
I
we have an
really do
attack boost on Goldenglow. That's pretty much it.
Ready for action.
After you build your Goldenglow, you basically want to make another stack, doing essentially the same thing you did with Goldenglow. However, this time you want to end on a different supporting DPS unit, which is going to be Steward, Orchid, or Cruise. Basically, those three are the units that you want to end on for your secondary DPS. For this map though, all you really need is Goldenglow, but I'm going to do what I just said, which is build a secondary DPS for the sake of demonstration. Oh, also don't forget to replace the Vanguard with Beagle, just so that you have an actual functioning blocker, since focusing on the DP, you don't have to do that anymore once you've actually finished building Goldenglow, because you've already essentially have your carry anyway, so yeah.
Everyone, follow me! Target location reached. Soul be cleansed. Injections ready. Prepare for battle. I went sleep on the job. Precision equipment isn't cheap. Scumble. Is it my turn? Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
Got it.
Just as planned.
I went sleep on the job. Soul be cleansed. Handle the care.
Please don't touch my patient. Here.
There.
Got it.
Oh, I just want to mention, you can also use this for your secondary DPS units as well after you use it on Goldenglow. So as you can notice, I already finished building my Orchid, right? I can then wait until I have 40 DP to use this on Orchid. This also applies to all your other units that you're satisfied with. So yeah, something to keep in mind.
Go. Oh, come on! I already have enough work to deal with.
And that's pretty much it for the first stage and the general pattern of play for Arknight's SSS.
So that every
After some maps in SSS, the game gives you an option to add an additional operator onto your team. The thing is though, from the very beginning, from our starting squad, we already actually have everything we'll ever need. We already have enough to actually win up to the very 6th map. We've already have everyone that we'll ever need. So as much as possible, we don't want to actually add any operators onto our team. The problem is, the option to not add anyone doesn't always come up. When that happens, what you want to do is to make sure that you essentially damage your deck as least as possible. And thus, this is the priority that you want to search for. First, you want to prioritize supporter units. Supporter units, as we know, are basically pots of greed. They're basically used to draw through our deck. And so having supporters that basically cycle themselves out are the least harmful units that you can have for the temporary reinforcement. The next one that you want to prioritize if there's no supporters are Vanguards. As we saw earlier, we're basically going to use Vanguards to get other Vanguards essentially for free. So Vanguards basically also cycle themselves out. However, they aren't plus in draw advantage, so they're less valuable than supporters. So that's something to keep in mind. Supporters, then Vanguards. If neither of those are available, then you want to prioritize either snipers or casters, which one doesn't exactly matter. You just want the one that's cheaper, of course, between the units. Again, the priority is if the game gives you an option to skip, supporters, Vanguards, then snipers or casters. You basically ignore the rest. If you wanted a Vanguard, or if you wanted a guard or a defender, then you should have brought a guard or defender from the starting squad instead of Beagle. So you don't need any more ground units, essentially, is what I'm trying to say here. So supporters, vanguards, snipers, and casters, if not skip. So following that advice, I'm going to pick Scene. And I'm going to pick... Oh, touch is available. Cool. Whatever. I'm going to pick Scylla. Vanguard, of course. As much as possible... Okay, so you guys just noticed. The game basically forced me to pick strong units, right? As much as possible, I'm going to minimize their impact by making sure that their skills or their DPS doesn't actually hit the enemies in order to minimize their impact and not affect the difficulty of this low-end guide. So, okay, so this is the second stage. Again, we just want to we just want to start each map with one Vanguard. We have only one Vanguard in our opening hand. This is basically perfect.
I leave my blessings upon your shoulders. They will protect you in times of crisis.
Whoops. Now we just want to... Oh, accidentally draw.
Leave it to us.
Bad.
Got it.
We want to...
Understood.
Okay, so I'm going to end on Scylla. I'm not going to deploy Scylla, that's cheating. So basically just consider this the finished product. So now we want to build our Goldenglow tower. So that's what we're going to do.
Your orders.
Do I have the right skill? Yep, I already have the right skill.
What a pain.
Now there's no equipment on my hand, so I have to draw.
Understood.
No. Now, no equipment on hand, no points to draw with. So I'm going to deploy supporters. Make sure you're actually exhausting the unit limit with your supporters, by the way, just so that they actually help with courier thin out the early waves.
Soul be cleansed.
Like they're basically acting as additional DPS units
Gumbo.
if you exhaust the unit limit this way.
I won't sleep on...
That's skill stacks.
Now's the time to help everyone out.
And we've basically won. And that's pretty much it. I'll then fast forward as I use this thing and then build the following secondary DPS units.
Handle with care.
Please don't touch my patience.
Got it.
There are more important things to do than pray. I won't sleep.
Understood. Understood.
Understood. Why can't everyone try to get along? What a pain.
All right.
Handle with me, please.
You better run away soon. Just as planned.
Handle with care.
Everyone, follow me.
Alright, I wanted to say, if you don't feel that you're in any danger of getting overwhelmed, you can also just stay on the Vanguard just so that you can actually build your secondary DPS units faster. So you just have to hold on to Beagle until when you actually need to deploy her for some reason. So yeah.
Enemy spotted. Prepare to fight. Here, out of my way. Everyone, follow me.
There you are. Can't see that. Can I really do it?
Everyone, follow me.
Got it.
What a pain.
Thrust. Impurity be purged.
It's all right. I have plenty of patience.
Go stop it now. Everyone, follow me. Everyone, follow me. Go ahead. Everyone, follow me.
This is the place.
Enemy spotted. Prepare to fight. Here, target locked.
We have the doctor's orders to thank for this.
And that's pretty much it for the second stage. The pattern's pretty simple to apply once you actually get used to it. And now we're basically going to be doing the same thing for the following maps. Okay, so this is the third stage for this Arknight's SSS tower. Again, we just want to make sure that we're starting only on one Vanguard, so I'm dumping vanilla.
Team, check your gear before departing. In position. Understood.
You want to split your Vanguard
Forwards.
specifically for this map because it's it's kind of annoying, right? Don't just want to make sure that we're building our Vanguard Tower right on time.
It's my duty to stand here.
Understood.
Okay.
Okay, so we've already deployed every Vanguard. Now you want to build your Goldenglow Tower on this spot, facing upward.
All right.
How's that?
Your this halberd isn't just for show.
Understood.
Just as planned.
Down you go.
Okay.
None of you are getting away.
How's that?
Handle with care. There you are. You shall not pass.
And that's pretty much it for this map. We've already won since we've just finished building our Goldenglow. The second supporting DPS you want to build on this tile facing the left side.
Impurity be purged.
You shall not pass.
Let the hunt begin.
Just make sure to actually activate Goldenglow skill when it's up. Like, don't forget to actually do that, by the way.
Heating up. All right.
You're worth that. Oh, just need a minute.
Understood.
Heating up.
Wait, please.
Okay.
Position equipment is I won't sleep on the job. Everyone, I can hear the sorrow within you all.
Okay, so the third stage actually does have bosses in it. Specifically this guy right here on the upper right rather. Don't worry about that guy. Like, Goldenglow S3 is really just going to decimate it all by herself. Goldenglow's going to decimate that guy all by herself, rather, is what I was trying to say. No, so after there's going to be 2 bosses in total for this map. Both are going to be disposed of by Goldenglow very, very easily, so don't worry about that. However, after you do kill each boss, rather, so you'll get an option to choose an assignment EC unit from each. Here is on the screen right now, on your screen right now, rather. There should be a set of 5 different EC units, and these are the 5 total that you can end up choosing from. Basically, there's going to be 3 from those 5. And in order of priority that we want to get, what we want the most for the first one is Recuperation Area Transmitter. This basically makes the final stage of this SSS pretty much nearly guaranteed, unless something wrong happens, of course. But yeah, it's basically nearly guaranteed if you have this. And it also is kind of useful in general. For the second thing that you want to prioritize after the first Recuperation Area Transmitter, we want the Equipment Activation Valve, which is this one. This one lets us turbo out our Goldenglow much faster than normal. After this, we want to prioritize the second Recuperation Area Transmitter, but that's not a problem right now since we don't even have our first one yet. But yeah. This is generally better than this, except this is actually specifically good for this particular Arknight's SSS Tower. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. And if you don't end up seeing either of these 2, this is the best option that's remaining, the Preparation Area Transmitter. It basically lets you get 2 specific units from a set of 4 from your deck. It's basically free draws. Oh, not free draws, but it does let you draw with specificity. Yeah. So I'm going to do this as advised.
Everyone, follow me.
They didn't see us.
Understood. Down you go.
What this basically does is it basically lets you recycle units that are in your graveyard right now. So I'm going now. That when you use it, you get a set of 4 units from your recuperation area. It basically gathers a pool from that. So I'm going to use this, recycle these guys. I'm choosing these guys because they're cheap. So,
Everyone,
yeah, that's pretty much
follow
it, really.
me.
And you want to build your third supporting DPS on this spot, facing upward.
You better run away soon.
Oh, just need a minute. Precision equipment isn't cheap.
Everyone, follow me.
I won't stay with me, please.
All right.
Soul be cleansed. Scumble, scumble. What a pig.
Target spotted. Get ready for battle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna walk and Goldenglow skill is down. But it doesn't
Get
matter.
away from me, please.
Okay, so as mentioned, since we already have the first, this is very convenient that I actually got both of them. As mentioned, you want to prioritize the first chance you get for this one. However, if you already have this for the second one, you want to prioritize equipment activation valve instead, and I'll show you why later, I guess, on the next map, since we've already basically finished building all our units here.
This is the place.
Now we basically just have to click kill tree on Goldenglow and it's up.
Everyone, follow me.
Freeze!
Everyone, follow me.
Can I really do it?
Freeze!
Let's get back. To the martyr. Grab me strength.
Down you go!
Everyone, follow me.
Get away from me. Watch this.
Yeah, it's pretty much the Goldenglow show, huh?
Everyone, follow me.
Awaiting orders. Freeze!
Everyone, gotcha.
Can I really do it? The distance. There.
Yep. I ended up making it too close for comfort, but
生命诚可贵。
from my experience, it's
Baby,
usually
because
not
you
that
love
close.
showing.
Plus, I'm using,
Until
I'm actually, I don't know, like using the absolute minimum for this run, right? If you're actually applying it to your own roster, you're probably using generally somewhat stronger units, right? For example, you're actually using your own 6-star instead of me just using solo Goldenglow. Like, yeah, this is the absolute minimum that I'm running it with. It's going to be easier for you, is what I'm trying to say. Also, that it's never that close anyway. I don't know why I made that spicy by never clicking Goldenglow skill on time for some reason. Okay, so after the third stage, you actually get to choose an upgrade for the directional EC unit, and of course we just want the one on the left. What this does is it basically makes every vanguard on your team cost, it basically makes them cost 0. Technically it just gives them -10, but if you're using a low-end guide, right, every vanguard you have is cheaper than 10, so yeah, it basically makes everyone free. And considering what we do at the start of every map, that's obviously very powerful, so we just picked this one. Now we're heading on over to the fourth stage. Okay, so again, at the start of every map, you just want to make sure that you're starting with only one vanguard. We have Fang and Courier on our opening hand. We're going to dump one of them.
All right, all medicine has been prepared.
Now you just want to quickly build your vanguard
Leave it
tower
to us.
on a specific spot, on a particular spot. Oh,
I will not back down. Understood.
Forwards!
I'm going to deploy auto
Understood.
here because why not, I guess. Now we have all our vanguards
Take
deployed.
over for me.
We then want to build
Thanks.
our Goldenglow tower on this particular tile facing the right side.
Okay,
Also,
I'll do it.
There's 2 blue boxes, right? You don't actually have to worry about enemies going like from here to here, because the routing for the map, basically, enemies from this box goes to this box, and enemies from this box goes to this box. So all you really have to do is hold the middle and make sure nothing gets through the middle, and you're going to win. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't have to worry about enemies just going directly to the box across. That's not a thing.
Precision equipment isn't cheap. I won't sleep on the job.
It's all right.
How's that?
Oh, it gives me a minute. Here I am. Let's take it slow. What a pain. Handle the case.
Speeding up!
Okay.
Shadow can deal with that guy. Hopefully. Huh. I guess I'll just...
Soul be cleansed.
How's that?
Damn, Yato actually sucks, huh?
Now's
Whatever.
the time to help everyone out.
Now that we actually
I'm so
do
tense.
have full stack Goldenglow, it's basically GG for this map.
Understood. Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate why this is actually pretty useful for for quickly stacking a tower. So I'm going to use this on. Okay, so
Awaiting orders.
Steward doesn't have equipment at the moment, right? I'm going to use this on Steward, and what this does is basically
Gladly.
it gives Steward +2 caster stacks for, I mean, not for free, for effect, basically.
Come on, Mibu! Show them what Rhinelab's technology can do!
Yep, okay. And what that equipment activation valve basically does is it gives +2 of the same class of the unit that you're using it on. So if I use it on a sniper, that's +2 sniper stacks. If I use it on a caster, that's +2 caster stacks. I can also use it on a Vanguard too for +2 Vanguard stacks if I really want. It's not, obviously it's not necessary for this run, right? So yeah, that's how it actually makes building units faster, since I essentially need less steps now.
Understood. Down go. Ha!
Nothing will get in the way this time.
Good.
Just a plan. Can I really do it?
Did I not use the thing on Goldenglow? My bad.
Can I really do
I
it?
actually haven't. I actually am
Ready for
bad.
Overwatch.
Okay. Whatever.
I'm so tense.
Okay, what you just saw is basically another effect of the upgrade that we chose earlier. Is every time you deploy a Vanguard, you basically just get that thing back on demand, right? So yeah, that's something to keep in mind if you want to upgrade your secondary DPS units very quickly.
Okay, I'll come on.
I already have enough work to deal with. Please don't touch my.
I went sleep on the job.
You better run away soon. Got it.
Okay, I'll just. Oh, it just a minute. I saw him hide. Soul be cleansed.
Understood.
I will not back down.
Leave us.
This is the place.
Everyone, follow me. Everyone, follow me.
Is that who we're fighting?
It's all right.
Get away. Handle the care.
Freeze. Everyone.
Impurity be heard. Check the clear. None of you are getting away this time.
Everyone, follow me.
I'm listening.
Down, stop it now.
There you are.
Go all the way. Down go. Everyone, follow me.
There you are.
Keep on watch.
There.
No hard watch. Down go.
Get away from me, please.
Everyone, follow me!
And that's pretty much it for the 4th stage of this tower. Okay, so this is the 5th stage. However, this is actually the hardest one, the hardest map for this particular tower. And this is because of a particular interesting thing that Hippogriff did when designing this map, and how it specifically actually hard counters the strat that we're going to do this with. Which is annoying, right? But it is what it is, I suppose. Anyway, make sure that you're starting with only one Vanguard. I'll start with this guy, I guess. I'll start with Yato, of course. I'll then dump Syla.
Do your best, everyone.
Again, just start out by building your
Understood.
Vanguard tower.
In position.
Forwards.
Okay. I will not back down.
Understood.
Oh, I think I fucked up. That's not a DP generator. Whatever, it is what it
All right.
is.
You
what it
better
is
run
at this
away
point.
soon.
Understood.
Won't really affect me
Please
too
don't
much,
test my
probably.
patience.
Precision equipment isn't cheap.
Freeze.
Oh, I can just get one back. That's convenient. I can just get one back.
Understood.
Okay, don't do what I just did, and this is why I recommend stopping if you're going to end on Plume or Yato, you won't actually have the DP that you need. So yeah, this is me setting an example of what not to do, basically. Yeah. Thank God I got bailed. Again,
Alright.
make sure you're actually building your Goldenglow tower. Huh.
I'm waiting for orders.
This is actually sufficient now. And just like it's not finished, right? But I can
I'll
just
do my best.
use this lol. Like right now it's 3-1. I can just use it on Goldenglow herself, and now we're at 3-2. And now she's basically now Goldenglow is here to save the day for us.
Stumble, stumble. Impurity bird. Your work on my shall not pass. Please hold on. I'm listening.
I want to
I will
actually
not back
find
down.
Understood.
Courier or Fang.
In position.
Just so I have a better
Forwards.
DP generator. So yeah, that works. I also just drew the Vanguards out of my deck anyway, just so I have better draws. That's generally a good practice to do since the Vanguards are
There
already
you
so cheap
are.
anyway, right? So yeah.
What a pain.
I have to make sure I don't forget to use this on Goldenglow.
How's that?
Okay, so this is why I was saying that this map is interesting. HG actually puts a bunch of shield guards on this spot, and what they do is they basically redirect Goldenglow's S3M3 by making it so that they're targeting the shield guards instead of the actual waves that's coming, which can be annoying because if you time your skill wrong, or if you don't activate your skill enough, you'll actually just end up being overrun. So for this, we just want to use this on Goldenglow as soon as possible and then use her skill, right?
I'm so tense.
Just so that we can maximize the uptime of her skill. We just want to use Goldenglow's skill as much as we can.
Please don't touch my kitchen.
Waiting your fire.
Alright.
Okay. Impurity bird. Okay, I'll do it. Just a plan. Okay. Get to the plate. There. I went sleep on the job. Whoops. Begin the orders.
Going to
If the sun has
I'm going
not...
to retreat Mayor, just so I can deploy Fang,
In
just so I
position.
can tutor this out.
On standby.
Yeah, that's something you can do, by the way. So don't forget that you can actually just do something like that. Okay, so now they're going to send 5 million shield guards,
Go
which
ahead.
is
Out of my way.
crazy, by the way. This is actually a hate crime. They're actually targeting me.
I'm so tense. There. Oh, it just hit. Birthday fire.
Alright.
Watch fast.
Yeah, but Beagle and this guy should be fine in the meantime while Goldenglow is being redirected.
Got it.
You can also just
Down
do
you
this. Like deploy Courier or deploy an extra Vanguard if you need additional blocks somehow. Also, like if you screw this up somehow and end up leaking, it's actually fine. In order to get the secret medal, you don't actually need to beat each map flawlessly. As long as you don't end up restarting a map, you're actually just getting the secret medal even with leaks. So don't stress about it too much.
Down go.
Go, come on. I already have enough work to deal with.
As impolite as this may be, I want...
Freeze. At your service. In position. Down go. On standby.
Just so I
Ready
can
for
stall.
Overwatch.
Just so I can stall cheese.
Got it.
Yeah, don't worry about too much because you're going to end up with a lot of Vanguards anyway on your hand too, right? Like if you have
managed
to
to
like
help us,
stall
didn't I?
cheese a bit, it's fine. You have a lot of extra pieces anyway, and the DP to it probably. Also, if you have like a Wisadel or a Logos of your own to support Goldenglow, this is never going to be that close. I'm only having a problem with that specific section because I have solo Goldenglow. A real player though won't have solo Goldenglow. It's going to be Goldenglow plus the 6-star of your own. So yeah, it's close, but it shouldn't be close in application. Again, we just want to make sure that we're starting with only one Vanguard. So I'm dumping Syla.
Hey, it's time to go. Are you ready?
Ready for Overwatch. Understood.
Leave it us. Got it, here. Hold on.
I will not back down.
Now we want to build our Goldenglow tower specifically on this tile facing the right side. This tile specifically. This is because there's a bunch of enemies that actually explode. This kind of puts Goldenglow away from those explosions as much as we can. This is the best position for her essentially while still covering this lane and this lane. The lane on the upper side and the lane on the lower.
Alright.
Oh, it just handled the camera.
Please don't touch my patience.
Rust and percent of rust.
Oh, right. For this map specifically, we want to make sure that we're saving this recuperation area transmitter. This is because it's actually important for a particular strat for the boss, just in case it gets to that. So this is the whole reason why we wanted to prioritize this thing in the first place. It's kind of a contingency against a specific aspect of the boss, which is on the upper right side right now. I'll deploy this guy.
Ready to heal.
Just so... Oh, the contingency part of the medic actually did something, which is really cool.
I went to sleep on the job. There you are. What a pain. Now's the time to help everyone out.
Now, we're just waiting to... Before
I'm so tense.
activating Goldenglow skill so that she can solo the boss, I want to make sure I use this first before actually activating her skill, just so I can get her uptime with full attack boosts. It's time.
Can I really do
We're
it?
finishing this.
Stay back!
Okay. So at the moment, Goldenglow is currently debuffed by the boss right now. She can't actually do her basic attacks, her normal attacks anymore because of this pink ring. It's hard to see with the pink skin, right? I mean, it's also Goldenglow who's already dispositionally pink. But yeah, this actually does prevent her from attacking normally. And this is why we chose the recuperation thing. What we're going to do is we're going to deploy any unit really over Goldenglow. This removes the debuff, and now we're going to use the recuperation thing. We intentionally made sure that we're only going to have 4 max when we retreat Goldenglow, and this is so that we can guarantee that we're selecting her from the recuperation thing. So I'm going to do this and this, and yep, I'm back for more, bitch.
Now's the time to help everyone out.
Guess who's back? Back again.
I won't
Guess
sleep
who's
on
back?
the job.
Guess who's back?
None of
Guess
you are
who's
getting
back?
away
Guess
from
who's
that.
back?
Yeah.
Nice try, little bro. And that's why we chose the recuperation. It's basically insurance just in case Goldenglow doesn't kill the boss in one round of S3 M3. Like, also, yeah, that is possible. She can actually end up one rounding the boss, provided you activate your skill at the right timing. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, now we're basically just chilling.
How's that?
Just still, this isn't free, by the way. We still actually need to build our secondary DPS units because there's going to be a huge wave of armored guys later. So ideally, you want to end on Orchid and Steward with them fully stacked on their own towers.
Run away soon. Understood. Understood. I will not forget. Okay.
Taking orders and improv.
Please don't touch my
Wait, please!
Also, this is why we position Goldenglow on this spot because of these guys. When they explode, if I deploy them too close, she's going to get hit. Basically.
All right.
Soul cleanse.
Speed up. Got it.
Get over there! You can't see us.
Ah.
Taking orders.
Freeze.
It's alright. I have plenty of patience.
Speed up. Freeze.
How do location reach?
Understood. Go ahead. Understood. Here. First medication's here. Take it.
Wait, please!
Don't go.
Oh! Ansel died, whatever it
Orchid,
is.
ready to move.
You can just find Ansel again, to be honest, in case that happens.
Just need a minute. I'm listening.
Please don't touch my patience.
Go ahead. You better run away soon.
Wait, please!
Please hold on. Understood. Understood. Got it. Awaiting your orders. It's my duty to stand here. Here.
All right.
Okay, I'll do it. There you are.
Impurity be purged.
Precision equipment is cheap. Taking orders. Here I am. What a pain. Wait, please! Here I am. There you are. What do I do? There you are. Ready, watch this! Can I see? Wait, please! Here I am!
Yeah, it's kind of close. But again, as mentioned, I'm using a bare minimum run.
Leave it to us.
I saw them hiding in the bushes!
Okay.
Thrust.
Take a...
And that's pretty much it for this Arknight Slow End guide.
Next
guess-
year, the year after, and the year after that.
Yeah, I guess it
One
was weirdly
The
kind of
whole
close. Yeah.
Da Huang will live without fear of catastrophe
Okay,
or
Green.
pests, and we'll have stacked our harvest as high as heaven for Shenlong.
Okay, can I do my outro now? Okay, thanks. Okay. And that's pretty much it for this Arknight Slow End guide for Dossoles Thingamajig. Oh, that's the secret medal right there, I think. I'm pretty sure that's that. Yeah, like it says +1, right? So I'm pretty sure it's the default medal for beating the mode normally, as well as the secret medal that you get for beating the mode in one go without restarting a map. So yeah, we got pretty much what we wanted out of this low end guide. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments and I'll get back to you, probably. And I also plan to make the low-end guide for the other SSS tower, as well as other gameplay content like an RA vid on good units, so stay tuned for those. If you like the content, feel free to like the video and sub for more. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.